Let me begin with a very serious confession. I wanted to write this speech yesterday. Yes, yesterday. I had everything ready. My coffee was hot. My laptop was fully charged. My chair was positioned like a throne of productivity. And I even told my friends, don't disturb me. I'm working on something important. I was ready to conquer the world until reality knocked, or rather buzzed. My phone lit up with a notification. TikTok, you won't believe what this dog did to the chicken. Now, a responsible adult would ignore that, right? But let's be honest. I tapped it faster than you can say self-control. And there it was, a golden retriever dancing to reggae while a chicken next to it attempted what looked like karate. I laughed, I clapped, and before I knew it, I was 5 videos deep wondering how a goat learned to moonwalk. 30 minutes had disappeared, and so had my focus. So believe me when I tell you I understand distraction. I live with them every day. I don't just face them. Sometimes I invite them in, give them snacks, and ask them to stay a little longer. I fight them like a warrior, but some days they win like seasoned champions. And if you've ever sat down to work only to suddenly find yourself deep in a video about how to train a squirrel to dance, you are not alone. But today I want to help you. Yes, you become a ninja of focus, a warrior of attention, even in the most distractive environments. Because if you're waiting for a perfectly quiet room, scented candles, Beethoven in the background, and nobody asking for Wi-Fi passwords, you'll be waiting forever. Focus starts now right where you are. So let's get into it. Many people say, I can't focus because my environment is too noisy. No, you can't focus because your mental muscles are weak. I know that sounds harsh, but listen, you don't get six-pack abs by waiting for the gym to be quiet. You get them by sweating again and again. Distractions are not excuses. They are training ground. Your boss talks too much? Good. Your baby cries every hour? Good. Your neighbor plays loud music at 3 a.m.? Good. Welcome to the gym of mental strength. This is where real focus is built not in silence, but in storms. If you're waiting for complete peace and quiet before you start working on your goals, let me give you the honest truth. You might die with your dreams still scribbled in a dusty notebook. Life is noisy. It's messy. It's chaotic. There's always something happening, someone arguing in the background, a neighbor blasting music like they're DJing for the entire estate, a baby crying for no clear reason, and your phone buzzing every 10 seconds like it has trust issues. If you keep postponing your productivity until the environment becomes perfect, you'll be stuck in the waiting room of life forever. So what do? We make a powerful shift. We stop blaming the outside and we start training the inside. You see, the secret is not about removing the noise. The secret is building a mind that works through the noise. Imagine a monk meditating under a peaceful tree with birds chirping and wind blowing gently through the leaves. That's easy. Now imagine the same monk in a Nairobi matatu during rush hour music blasting at maximum volume, people arguing about politics, someone preaching about the end of the world, and the driver honking like the steering wheel owes him money. If that monk can stay calm and focused there, my friend, he has mastered something powerful. That's what you need to become. The modern day monk. The kind of person who can sit down to work in the middle of a circus and still write a best-selling book. Because greatness isn't born in silence. It's forged in madness. It's developed in places where everyone else gives up. So stop fighting the chaos. Make peace with it. And then train yourself to focus through it. Be that monk. You've seen horses pulling carts. Why do they wear blinders? Because if they look left or right, they'll crash into a wall or panic. Your brain is the same. When you sit down to work, put on mental blinders. Turn off your phone. Yes, it won't explode. Tell your relatives you are entering focus mode. And no, you are not available for tea or drama. Block social media. Unless you're building a social media empire, then schedule it. Use noise-canceling headphones, or if you're broke, put 2 pillows on your ears. Innovation, my friend. The biggest distraction is waiting to feel ready. You say, I'll start once I feel inspired. I'll begin when it's quiet. I'll do it after this episode. Lie, lie, lie. You don't need inspiration. You need discipline. So here's what I do. I say to myself, let me work for just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. That's it. Once I start, something magical happens. I don't want to stop. Your brain is a bit lazy. It doesn't like beginnings. But once you begin, it says, oh, okay, we're doing this. Then it joins you like a loyal friend. You don't need a perfect home office. You just need a dedicated corner that tells your brain this is where serious things happen. Even if you live in a one-room house with 12 cousins and 4 chickens, designate a focus zone. Put a chair, a desk, a paper, a pen. Let everyone know that when you sit there, you're in do not disturb mode. If someone disturbs you, tell them, even God rested on the 7th day. Let me work on mine. Have you ever tried sleeping with one mosquito buzzing near your ear? It's tiny. It doesn't lift weights, but somehow it ruins everything. Distractions are like that. Here's how you deal with them. Recognize them. Ah, that's a mosquito thought. Shoo! Don't feed them. If you chase every thought that flies by, you'll lose the game. Write them down. Keep a notebook beside you. When a thought distracts you, write it down and say, I'll deal with you later. Sometimes the best way to focus is to acknowledge distractions without obeying them. I used to think silence was the absence of noise, but no, true silence is the absence of reaction. You can't control your environment, but you can control your attention. When someone shouts, don't listen. When the music plays, don't dance unless you're a dancer. When your mind says, let's check Instagram, whisper back, let's not. Inner silence is like a superpower. The world can scream, but you walk calmly like you're in a museum. Sometimes you just need to laugh. You sit down to write. The dog barks. The power goes off. Your neighbor starts fighting over sugar. Your laptop updates by force. At that point, either you cry or you laugh and keep going. Life will never be perfect. The environment will never be ideal. So become so focused that even distractions get tired and leave. Humans love games. That's why we spend hours on Candy Crush but can't read a book for 10 minutes. So turn focus into a game. Set a timer for 25 minutes, Pomodoro technique. Try to beat your previous session. Reward yourself after completing tasks. No, not with a 3-hour nap, maybe a walk or chocolate. Make focus fun. Trick your brain. Say, hey brain, we're just playing. Nothing serious. And suddenly it works. Distraction wins when purpose is weak. If you don't know why you're doing something, every notification feels more interesting. But when your why is clear, distractions become irrelevant. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? What will happen if I don't focus? Who will suffer if I keep procrastinating? Maybe it's your future kids. Maybe it's your bank account. Maybe it's just proving to yourself that you're not lazy. Whatever it is, burn that why into your mind. You will never feel like it. The world will never be perfect. So learn to work in chaos. Train like an athlete in the rain. Write even when the baby is crying. Read even when your friends are out partying. Study even when your phone is calling you like a jealous ex. Why? Because if you can focus in distraction, you can succeed anywhere. Don't let your day end in chaos. Have a routine that tells your brain focus time is over. This could be reviewing what you achieved, planning tomorrow, reflecting on what distracted you and how to improve. End the day with order, not confusion. Otherwise, your tomorrow will begin in the same confusion you left yesterday. You've heard of fighting fire with fire? Sometimes the best way to focus is to give distractions something to do. Your brain says, let's scroll Instagram. You say, okay, but only after this chapter. Your brain says, let's call a friend. You say, perfect, let's call them in 1 hour. Treat your mind like a child. Distract it with rewards, schedules, and discipline. Eventually it'll learn, oh, we work first, then play. One day, I sat down to write an important business plan. I lit a candle, made coffee, and created a peaceful mood. Then my neighbors started playing loud music. Baby Shark, do-do-do-do. I nearly lost my mind, but I remembered something. I am not my environment. I am my decision. So I smiled, put on my headphones, wrote my plan. Today that plan makes money. And that song still haunts me in my sleep. Everyone wants to succeed. Few are willing to train their focus because it's easier to scroll than study, easier to snack than strategize, easier to talk than take action. But the ones who win are not the smartest or loudest. They are the ones who learn to focus when it's hardest to do so. So today I challenge you. Build your focus like a muscle. Use the chaos as a gym. Wear your blinders. Laugh at the noise. Fight your phone. And above all, show up daily. Because at the end of the day, your dreams are not waiting for silence. They are waiting for your focus. Thank you. Now go and focus like a lion in a disco.